Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into my next tutorial video. I apologise if there's a screaming kid in the back, but that should all be fun. So in this one here, I'm going to be talking about how I produced the fireball, which was used as the projectile for my fire staff. It was a pretty simple one, but you will need to have your own particle effects on standby and ready to go. What we're going to do first is we're actually going to choose the RPG ammo, which is the template RPG ammo. I'm choosing that one because I actually want my fireballs to explode at the end once they impact. So what we do is we actually just drag this one into the scene. Open it up here, you can see we've got the projectile, which is this one here. Now it's actually got a mesh already on it, which is the RPG missile and the little mesh renderer there. We're going to be taking those ones off because we won't actually be needing that as a projectile. That we don't need the visual representation of it. Next thing we've got is the explosion, which handles the explosive damage which happens at the end, and then a renderer here which actually doesn't have a mesh filter on it, so we leave those as it is. And then there's the particle effect. Now this is the particle system here, so this is the explosion. You can keep this explosion if you don't have your own one, however I'm going to be changing that today. So having a look now, I'm using the Magic Arsenal, I think it's by Keith or Kenneth, I think is the person who made it. I don't know. It's on the asset store, you can pick it up. It's got a lot of different magic particle effects on there, which was really good. So I'm going to go to the magic projectiles, going to go prefabs, fire, and here we go. These are all the particle effects that we need for our projectile. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to RPG ammo, and I'm going to select fire projectile small, because they're actually quite large, and the small one is pretty good for the size relative to my model without any kind of moving around of it. I'm going to actually drag this into RPG ammo so it sits as a child of it. As you can see there, fire projectile small, and that's fine. So we put that just underneath there. Now the particle, we're actually going to leave that it is, but we're going to delete this particle system just down here, continue, and then I'm also going to bring in fire impact small, and we're going to make that a child of the particle effect. So right now it's actually going to be not activated, because this will activate once the explosion occurs. So we're just also going to make sure that, as you can see here where I've put it in, it's actually already got a position that's -9, so that's not going to work for us. What we want to do is we want to actually reset the position so it's on 0, so that way it's going to sit exactly where the particle effect sits. And the same with the fire projectile, you can see it's a little bit higher than what we need, so we're just going to set that to reset position 0, 0, 0. That's all we need. Now I'm going to take off this, remove component, and there you can see here it's popped up with the trail. So the trail actually already has an image on it. On yours it might actually be a white one, so you just select this, and as you can see I've selected fire beam from my results here because it is going to be a fireball. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm actually just going to rename this too, like we did with the staff. I'm just going to go V fireball X because I can't remember what number I've called the other one. And then we're going to have a look for the RPG ammo again. And we're just going to drop that down into our ammunition folder, our bullets folder. So now I've actually got the prefab set up exactly for this. So then we go, yep, fire projectile small, explosion, and if you have a look at my original one, it is pretty much the same. There we go. Alright, and then of course to add that onto our weapon itself, we're just going to go V, what do we call it, fire staff. Yep, V fire staff 2, that was the one that we're making. And you can see I've put Fireball 1 on there. Well, we're going to go with Fireball X. Fireball X, we're just going to drag that on top of there. And there you go. And that's all set up now to fire, much as it did in the original game. Now if I actually play that. Oh, I don't think I have a game window. One second. Forgive me, sometimes the first load takes a little while. Takes a little while. Yeah, we can actually hear it starting up. I'm actually just going to delete that because that's what's creating the noise at the moment. There we go. thanks very much for watching.